In the shadow of the spot where man first flew, wind is once again propelling the Outer Banks to a first-in-the-nation accomplishment.
We are the first restaurant brewery in the country to actually have a turbine on site, which is something we take a lot of pride in.
More than 100 years after Orville and Wilbur Wright conquered the skies, Aubrey Davis and Eric Reese are working to clean them. They dedicated America's first beer-making wind turbine on Earth Day 2008.
People pull in, you can see it from 1.5 miles, 2 miles in either direction. It's made us a landmark, for sure.
There wasn't exactly a breeze to put in place. The brew pub owners had to deal with some strong headwinds.
It took us 5.5 years battling with the town to try to get a zoning ordinance.
With the wind-powered blades turning outside, some indoor versions are making for a cool atmosphere inside the Outer Banks Brewing Station.
We only have one beer on tap all year long, our Olsch, which is a coal-style beer. Then everything else rotates.
Just like the 92-foot structure in the backyard, which doesn't produce enough power to run the electricity-intensive brewery, but still turns out some savings.
It saves us $150 to $200 a month.
What you get in your glass at the Outer Banks Brewing Station largely depends on the season.
We try to match the beer to what's happening around us. We brew Hefeweizen in the summer because it's hot and it's a Bavarian style, full flavor wheat beer. That's fun. We do a lot more pale ales in the fall.
There are usually about 6 beers to choose from. Lauren Butler went with the one that's always on tap.
This is the Olsch, which is just, it doesn't have like a real strong, thick taste or anything like that. It's just really refreshing.
If you like to put a little mystery in your mug, the Outer Banks Brewing Station offers up some adventure in its seasonal brews, including the Iron Binnacle Baltic Porter.
It's a little strong for me.
A not uncommon reaction for something with 9.3% alcohol.
We have to serve it in 9-ounce glasses because 16-ounce, people aren't used to beers being that strong. It's like 3 Budweisers in a glass.
Should you show up on your stool indecisive, there's also a sampler available.
You can get 4 different beers. You can get a different taste of whatever one you want.
And taste at the brew pub is a creed that goes well beyond the coasters. The Outer Banks Brewing Station serves much more than the standard bar fare in its 200-seat restaurant.
We've had a series of incredibly talented chefs
who, like the brewmaster, often mix things up each season.
In the fall, we'll do a pumpkin risotto with our scallops here. In the summer, we're doing a corn bacon risotto.
A perfect side act to those scallops. There's also a petite filet with crab meat and béarnaise sauce and sesame seed rare tuna. The brew pub even has a pastry chef, and it's plain to see in the chocolate lava cake.
Atmosphere in here is great. People in here are great. Food is great. And best of all, their brewery makes the best beer around.
But that's not to say there's nothing for teetotalers or the under-21 crowd to enjoy.
We do our own root beer and our own cream soda.
It may be what's in the glass and on the plate that keeps folks coming back to the Outer Banks Brewing Station, but more and more it's the tall item that isn't even on the menu that keeps them turning out in the first place.
I think it's a great thing. I think there should be more of them here. Being from California, we're all wind power out there.
We go to a lot of breweries. We're from Pennsylvania, and there's quite a few up there, so this is the first time we've seen that.
Probably. It's probably just a little bit better, not on its green power. Got a little bit more of a taste. Yep. Tastes great.
Rules and regulations prevent the owners of the Outer Banks Brewing Station from installing additional windmills or making the one they already have even taller, but that doesn't mean that their improvements in green technology are coming to an end.
We want to take it steps farther with probably solar, at least solar water. And I'd always love to get a geothermal system in, but that's a lot of money.
But in the meantime, Aubrey Davis and Eric Reese will enjoy the breezes and the savings they're blowing in each month. They know they're in a great location.
To be able to look out your window and see a national park is pretty cool. To be within 1/2 mile of where man first flew, it means a lot, and I think it adds something to it.